Hi everyone, this is Diana and welcome back to my channel. I teach a lot of gouache painting classes, and one of the questions I get asked over and over again is just what are the essential supplies for gouache painting? Say you're trying out gouache for the first time, you don't want to spend a lot of money, and you just want to know exactly what you need to get started. Well, this video is for you. Stick around and I will share with you my favorite brushes, paints, paper, and extras. So what is gouache exactly? Gouache is a water-based medium that's related to watercolors, but it's much more opaque. It's very bold and rich, and the colors dry really matte, unlike acrylics, which have a bit of a sheen to them. You can use gouache to paint large swaths of color or hone in on finer details. You can also layer and even paint on darker backgrounds. Now on to the supplies. One of the benefits of gouache is that I am not constantly buying super expensive paper. With watercolors, I like to use high quality cold pressed paper, but the costs can really add up. With gouache, you can get really great results with budget-friendly paper. I like to get big pads of Canson XL watercolor paper, which come in either a 9 by 12 inch or 11 by 14 inch. And then I also use a paper cutter to cut them down into smaller sizes. And the bonus is that this paper is super affordable. Even though it's cold press, it's still very smooth, which is ideal for gouache. You really want to stay away from anything too textured, like Arches cold press watercolor paper or rough paper, which is, I don't have any examples of the Arches with me right now, but this is an example of the rough paper, and it is really not ideal. For brushes, I usually stick with Princeton watercolor brushes. I have basically always used them, and I really like to stick with one brand for size and consistency. The Princeton Real Value series is great, and you can buy super affordable packs. If you buy individual brushes, the Princeton Snap series is great because they are slightly firmer. To get started, you just want to have maybe one or two brushes in each size category. So for painting larger areas, you want to have either a medium-sized brush or a large brush. Medium would be like a 4 to an 8, and a large brush would be 10 to like 20. And for painting finer details, you want to have one or two brushes that are between a 0 and a 3. I've searched far and wide for affordable gouache paints, and this Meeden set is the best I've found for its price, about $20 or less on Amazon. There are 24 colors in the set, which is a total bargain compared with professional paints, which are at least $7 a tube. If you want to upgrade to professional gouache paints, I love Winsor & Newton. More on this in another video. Other essentials. You'll want a palette to squeeze your paints onto and for mixing. A paper plate also works in a pinch. Also, a roll of painter's tape or washi tape for making crisp borders. And finally, a water cup for cleaning your brushes. And if you'd like beginner-friendly tutorials on painting with gouache, check out the other videos on my channel. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button for more art-related content.